Hey guys, it's John Ton from Total Brohammer. Today I'm going to be showing you the Balthazar, Gelt, and Witch Hunter build again, but this time against dwarves it looks like. So dwarves are probably the worst matchup for Empire. So a good one to test it out on. We'll see if we can do it. So let's go ahead and grab the Balthazar Gelt. We're just going to put him on a warhorse because we do not want to get shot out of the sky. Should probably be easier if he's on Pegasus, methinks. So what's the map like? Let's go ahead, Pillar Bone. Pretty small map, so this should be good for us. Grab our 2 Witch Hunters. And what else do we want? Not giving us a lot of time here, so let's go ahead and grab Sigmar's Sons. That seems pretty good. I'm actually going to grab a couple Flagellants. Let's also get some Swordsmen. And we're going to want, methinks, a lot of Knights of the Blazing Sun here. Should be useful. And do we want any... Let's actually grab some Pistoliers. And we're going to try to use them to kite out his... What are they called? His Slayers. So we'll see what we can do with those guys. Let's go ahead and grab another Swordsman. And pretty wide infantry line. We'll see if we can get around his edges. And we'll see what we can do. Alright, so let's do it, guys. Have at me, Major Warhammer. So very interesting, very interesting. Alright, and like I said in my last video, this might be the new meta for the Empire until it gets nerfed in the next patch. If I was to make a prediction, I'd say it's probably going to get nerfed in the next patch. And I kind of agree with it because I think the Empire just needs to be buffed in other ways. Any ability that does damage or can snare or slow or anything like that needs to be capped to 3 or 4. Alright, so we're going to put Gelt up front with our 2 Witch Hunters. We're going to put them on Fire at Will in skirmish mode. Let's have our Pistoliers. Well, we're going to send them in the back here. Let's hide them for now. Yes. Okay, are they hidden? Good. So have our Knights of the Blazing Suns. What I'm gonna do here is actually I'm kind of gonna put him near the front because I want him to commit his Slayers up front if I can get him to, so that we can get some good damage on him with things like great swords and whatnot. Put you here. We've got some unbreakable pockets everywhere, and we'll put our great swords here and here. Alright, so what I want to do is have his Slayers go after these Knights of the Blazing Sun, but then engage them with great swords maybe. Either way, we'll probably be able to get a free charge in the front. We'll see how it goes. So we got these Flagellants right here. They need to be on this side. Let's do it. Let's start advancing here and move up our Witch Hunters. We'll start our Witch Hunters shooting at these hammers because I do not see his Lord right now, strangely. So move our Cav up, and we'll have these guys just start shooting at these Thunderers, I suppose. So where is his Lord? Alright, there's his Lord. Let's go ahead and start with the accusation on him. Let's get Balthazar Gelt to do an overcasted final transmutation on him, and he's in a blob, so it'll be pretty good. Let's charge with our cavalry here. And we'll get our infantry to just gauge across the front line. Go ahead and pop these, and we'll get y'all into the back here. You start shooting. You can come around back, actually. You can get in here. Let's move back our cav. Move you into the guns. We'll see what we can do. Look how much damage we have done to his Lord, though. So let's go ahead and get our second accusation out on him. Let's get you moving. Let's get our cav moving around the sides. And here we go. Alright, let's see what we can do. So he's concentrating on these guys. That's fine with me. How's my cav doing over here? We're just getting a full surround on him. Let's move these guys in through here. We'll have another final transmutation pretty soon, we think. So let's go ahead and get a rear charge over here. Yes. Get a rear charge over here. Actually, let's get on those guys. We'll have these cav come right in through here. He's brought so many thunders that he's just destroying our cav here. Let's get these guys going in here. And yeah, it's tough, but we're trying, guys. We're trying. So do we have anything up? We don't yet. We don't. So these guys did our recharge over here. Let's go charge into these guys. These guys are holding up these gunners. These guys have lost their attack orders, unfortunately. Let's do a rear charge into this front blob here. And let's keep on shooting as Lord. No accusations here yet. Alright, we've broken these miners. Let's get into these guys. And we're looking good here. Let's start shooting at these thunders right here. And we've got that good rear charge. Let's come in right into these Iron Drakes. So we have routed off his Lord here. We have routed off these Hammerers. And just look at this, guys. The Dwarves. The Empire don't tend to do well against the Dwarves, but we're doing it. Let's go ahead and make sure to finish off his Lord with an accusation. And let's start shooting up these Hammerers. So let's make sure to get on all his range with our cab. And man, we're doing great, guys. I can't believe it. Can't believe the Empire's doing well against the Dwarfs. And we are just absolutely shrekking him. Not even close. So it just goes to show how powerful discovering one spell can be. Let's go ahead and use another accusation. We'll use it on these Hammers. It's not terrible against units that are not single entity. As you can see, we have just smashed everything. It is amazing. Amazing. And these Witch Hunters are going to do crazy damage against these Hammers. And there, just like that, Dwarves smashed as the Empire. So, very interesting build. I feel like he should have had Slayers, and that could change the whole thing. But it's nice to see the Empire be able to take on someone like the Dwarfs. Alright, so let's see how we did here. Balthazar Gelt with 65 kills. Those final transmutations are no joke. Witch Hunter with 46 and 37 respectively. That including the Rune Lord over here. Got 88 kills on these great swords. I mean, look, our front line did pretty well. I mean, these swordsmen didn't do anything. These Knights of the Blazing Sun got absolutely gunned down. But even our Pistoliers were causing some good distractions. So it was a very interesting match. He brought a lot of range. I was expecting to smash my front line with his Hammers. And normally he would be able to. This would normally be a fantastic front line to bring against the Empire. But I did have a bunch of fodder mixed in with unbreakable fodder, so it worked out pretty good. So that was a short game. Let's see if we can get another one. See if we can try this build against another faction and just see how it goes. Because when people, I think it can be beat, but when people don't expect it, it can be quite difficult. Alright, so it looks like we're fighting Croker on Devastation of Ostermark. We'll go ahead and go Empire here. And he's going Vampire Counts. So this could be interesting. Let's go ahead and bring Balthazar Gelt, of course. Standard setup. And I see this working best against like Vlad. Because Vlad will be mixing with the front line, and that transmutation can also damage the front line heavily. Let's go ahead and bring the two Witch Hunters, take off Slippery. Since they're not going to be in melee, that won't be too useful. Our front line, again, I'm liking the mixture of Spearmen with shields and Flagellants, an unbreakable unit with a... it says damage dealer. Flagellants aren't really damage dealers anymore, but they're unbreakable, so that's why we're going to bring them. We'll also bring two great swords. Let's go ahead and grab Dose Outriders. And we're definitely going to want some Royal Altar Purifieds and maybe a Knight of the Blazing Sun. We got 400 left. What else do we want to buy? Let's go ahead and get another Spearman with Shield. And I'm feeling like this could work. Alright, so we got everything we need here. I think so. We have a little bit of everything to deal with things. So we'll give him a few more seconds and then we'll ready up. We don't want to rush anybody. So yeah. Vlad, this would absolutely wreck. It's going to be trickier on something like a Lord on Pegasus, but as y'all saw in that game against the Dark Elves, he ran in there with Marathi and immediately got just absolutely destroyed. I think once people realize that this is the meta, you'll start seeing a lot of counter builds. Right now I'm showing you, and it's working a lot, so people are going to start bringing it, and counter builds will be created. But we'll see if we can get a good win again with it against the Vampire accounts. So far I've tried it against the Dark Elves, the, who'd we just play? The Dwarfs, and Now the vampire counts. So he's ready. Let's go ahead and ready up as well. Let's do it to it. Let us do it to it. Devastation of Austin. So, yeah, like I said in the last video, big thanks for Turn for showing me this. He knew I loved the Empire, and as soon as I got on, he was like, "Yo, bro, you have to see this." He said it actually came from his battle with the Gelt versus Gorse that him and Gabo had, and he said it worked pretty well in that, so he started modifying it, and man, it can do some real work. Final Transmutation is not terrible. I mean, it's like the only spell you're gonna be able to bring if you decide to bring it, but it can definitely do work. So what I want to do here is I want to funnel him right here. If I get these engagements right here, then what's he gonna be? He's gonna be so blobbed up. The Final Transmutation is going to be killer. So we're just gonna have our Spearmen and our Flagellants. Gonna be the second line. We're gonna put our Great Swords for when our lines eventually break, and we'll have a roll out of Griffites and our Knights of the Blazing Sun in the back here. Gonna have our Witch Hunters up front, and we're actually gonna draw back our whole front line. I don't know why you're in that group. We're gonna draw back our whole front line to about right here, so we can still have that choke point. Yeah, we'll spread out. We'll spread out a little bit more. Yeah, I like it. I don't like the way they look. Alright. So I'll probably have to send some Great Swords right there to hold the center. That'll be fine. This will also give us more room to maneuver with our cap. Alright, so let's get Gelt up here. And as you can see, I didn't bring him in the air because the vampires like to bring a lot of stuff in the air, although honestly it could be a fantastic bait. Let's go ahead and try this out. So we'll actually get some Cryptors, he's got Mortis Engine, 2 Fellbats, some Skeleton Spearmen in the front line. Okay, he's got some Barracks Reavers here. Let's go ahead and get you guys moving up, and we'll start shooting at the Isabella von Karstein here. So he's going to summon some zombies, that's fine. We're going to pull back immediately. Just get out of there. Let's go ahead and get a charge on those zombies. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Start shooting at these guys. And pull back. And let's go ahead and get this so we can get enough to get our, you know. So if he wants to land on my Outriders right here, I'm fine with it. Let's go ahead and pull everybody back. And it looks like this guy is going to be smart enough to actually... Let's go ahead and charge in here, because these guys are getting caught, and that's no good. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so that's not going to get on the blob like I was hoping, but let's go ahead and cast our Accusation, have these guys moving and shooting. And let's go ahead and get out of here. Well, don't know why those guys got into melee, but let's go ahead and pull everybody out. As you can see, we're doing great damage to his lord here. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. So we might actually lose. Oh no, this could be iffy. Let's go ahead and get another Accusation on his lord. Keep on moving. Get our Knights of the Blazing Sun out, and our roll of Griffites to try to get them out as well. It's not too big of a problem if we lose those guys, I don't think. So let's try to shoot up his lord. And man, yeah, he is doing a great job at mucking us up there. So, takes out our roll of Griffites. We are going to be able to get our Knights of the Blazing Sun away though. So that is good. So let's go ahead and make sure Gelt is behind our line. Good. Yes, our Knights of the Blazing Sun did a pretty good job of getting out of there. Roll out of Griffites, absolutely destroyed. Does he have some Blood Knights in here too? He does. So let's go ahead and start engaging across the front line. And yeah, let's get in there deep, guys. Real deep. Let's go get a charge over here. And let's keep on shooting at these bats. We're going to use our Knights of the Blazing Sun here to just charge anything that tries to get into our Outriders. Let's go ahead and shoot as Lord. We have an Accusation up. 15 seconds it looks like. We're just going to keep on shooting at Isabella von Karstein here. If she wants to come anywhere near us, it's going to be a bad time for her. Let's go ahead and do a charge to the front line, I guess. And let's get that accusation out. Looks like she's too far. I don't want to get caught up in all those guys. So let's go ahead and use the accusation here. And once we have enough for this other final transmutation, we'll be in a good place. Let's go ahead and get our great swords engaged. And we're going to shoot at these cryptors, I guess. Let's move our witch hunters over this way while we shoot at these cryptors because they'll be easy to hit. Alright. So let's go ahead and get an accusation over here. Gonna summon some zombies right there. That's fine with me. Let's start shooting at the Morse engine, actually. That'll be a better target. And let's stay away from those cryptors. Actually, let's go get on the back of the Sternsmen. And there we go. And do we have the accusation on her? She's coming close. Let's get that accusation off. And she's coming in right here. Okay. Absolutely fantastic. That's hitting that whole blob now. Let's pop the other accusation on this mortar engine because she is indeed dead. We are just breaking it apart. All our army now. We're destroying that mortar engine. Pull these guys back. Let's get you back. Let's go get a charge over here. Bring the spearmen back into the battle. And let's continue to shoot at yeah, this mortar engine. Looks like a good choice to me. Let's go try to get rid of a bunch of these zombies, and it's not looking good for our opponent. Not looking good for our opponent. Let's get these guys kind of out of the combat. Looks like our roll odds off Griffiths actually came back. That's nice. And there goes this mortar engine. So let's start shooting at these cryptors now. Let us do it. Goon harder. I mean, I'm the Empire, man, and I am going to goon harder because you kind of have a bad matchup, even against the vampires. It's tough. Like, it's easy to... I'm not gonna lie, this build is kind of cheesy. It is definitely kind of cheesy, but it works, and the Empire don't have a ton of things that work right now. So, I'm liking it, But as you can see here, Gelt here, 99 kills. Witch Hunters, 12 and 19. Fledglin's got a lot of kills, probably mostly on zombies. Our Spearmen did pretty well. Okay, consider if I hadn't done this, so. Look at these cryptors. They're barely taking any damage. And he kind of all just mashed in at once, so this was also a product of bad play on his part. This can definitely be countered, but it's going to be tough. Like I said, you'll see counter builds to this pop up pretty soon here. But yeah, that's going to be all for this one, guys. This is Jonathan for Brohammer, signing out.